Chat, have you ever uploaded the wrong video? I did. Happened to me yesterday. That's unrelated to this, by the way. But I'm very embarrassed by that. I didn't realize that that happened. But yeah, Bricks and Minifigs tried to get me arrested to stop this video. This Bricks and Minifigs saga has been peak. I gotta watch this video. You know, I've been watching a few of the Reckless Ben videos. I don't think I actually reacted to any of them. I think I just watched them off stream, or off video, right? So let's watch this.
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong.
Yeah.
Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail.
Looking slick. He's not gonna have any pants on, is he?
So I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court. So I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
Okay, sure. Let's see what this looks like.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted that I don't know about.
I do have some concern. In this case, with the defendant representing himself, the allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant.
Please have some Phoenix Wright poses.
He's a person who,
I think that's Phoenix Wright.
YouTuber,
right?
Creates videos, publishes them online, and has been. If this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim.
So what? They didn't want him to make money? Something like that? I mean, I get that, right? I was just It's weird. I don't know why.
I have serious concerns for that.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that. They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah, the
and for
classic.
the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees.
I still wonder, can Lego themselves not come in and... Actually, no, that does make sense because... Why would they step in if this has nothing to do with Lego, right? It has to do with Legos, the product, right? But I guess it has nothing to do with the company. Because it's not like the company stopped them, right? It's Bricks and Minifigs has been doing all this stuff allegedly, right? I still wanna keep that just on the safe side, just to err on the safe side. Allegedly, they've stolen the Legos and have been doing everything in their power to try to get Ben arrested or try to... At one point, they were trying to even pin it on Ben, which that's no bueno. Just, if you've done it, which I'm just saying that a lot of this stuff is still pointing towards that you did it, but still, it's all alleged. Just do it. All this could have just gone away had they just... This is like... What was it? I think at the most it was like $100,000 worth of Legos. Are you telling me that was worth all of this? I guess. We'll see.
He's literally told us what their plan was.
I got a call from my boss and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
Is it weird that she's cute? That's inappropriate. I apologize for that. She's got like the nerdy autistic girl thing going, charm about her. I kind of like whatever. Go ahead. Sorry.
Eventually,
that's inappropriate. I apologize
Bricks
for that.
and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben.
Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went.
Chad, do you know he's on YouTube? Do you know he makes content on YouTube? He makes content on YouTube. We gotta stop him from making. Why are they so fixated on that? I guess it's just like them saying what he does, right? But it's just funny to me that they're constantly messaging or mentioning that he's a YouTuber.
Ultimate defense mode. It was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary.
I love these little
from coming
Lego
out.
figurines.
First,
by the way.
police got a call saying I had
There's
heroin
Lego.
on me.
Police officers are going to conduct a search of your person because
Whoa. Hey, don't worry, me too. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
substances in the vehicle.
And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying that I was the
He's
one
got
that
a
stole
gun!
the Legos.
Oh.
And I got swatted by the entire
He's pulling his cock out.
police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
And we all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some
Oh, geez.
mystery crime that I committed.
Seems like this guy might live in LA or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
Any idea where he actually is?
No idea.
Gone, brother.
I was somewhere very far
Ah.
away. But anyways, back.
Is he in Mexico? Is that what this is?
I was somewhere very far away.
It reminds me of Mexico. I don't know. I haven't been to Mexico in such a long time, though. I want to go back to Mexico. I want to go visit it again one day.
But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Shoot. Oh, so how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so
Honestly, that's close enough, right? That's close enough.
this
That's
person
good.
doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed.
That's
so that's what this
funny,
whole
bro.
thing's about.
However,
I love how his Lego has like a gold chain. He's got like the old school like 90s hip hop chain gold rope. I
I
love
was
it.
allowed to show any of
fat
the
rope.
overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims. The judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
What?
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear.
That's so
they do not want
lame.
to look at the
What?
evidence, and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason. And
Yeah.
now I have to somehow fight a court case.
I mean, we could be out. I would be outraged at this, but at the same time, the fact that this video is out, and of course, because the news came out before before this video came out, I knew that it was eventually lifted. So that's good. I would still be very pissed at that.
Against all of these mystery
Because I think it took a
crimes
while,
against me
if I'm not
that I
mistaken.
have
It
no
took a
clue
while
what they're
for
even
this to be
saying I did.
lifted.
So this whole mess is happening in American Fork, Utah. But I'm also being charged with another case
Shout out to
in
Utah.
Provo, Utah. This is where corporate bricks
Not
and
shout out to
minifigs
Provo,
is,
Utah.
which is why I'm also being charged here. And
You
this-
know what? Because of that, Provo, Utah, they don't get a shout out. No shout out for them. I'm keeping my shout out. No shout out to them.
police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they
Oh.
sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning, the moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed,
I will say this is pretty cool, right? Some of the like big Lego thing. Hold on, let's go back. Like, let's see how much of this stuff is
what I'm
actually
being
Lego
charged
themed,
for. Let's start at
right? Like, this is pretty cool. They remind me of like Bear Bricks. If you guys remember Bear Bricks, they're like huge ass bricks that are
the beginning, the moment I first
pretty expensive. I'm not gonna lie. I never had any. I just know that like the guys at Big Bang used to have them. This couch is really cool though. That's pretty sick. Is this open to the public or something? Because there's like This looks like it's open to the public.
Met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You had like $200,000 worth of Legos.
Oh, that's outside, yeah.
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing.
I see Ben
and
back there.
instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They
Crime?
themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know?
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them.
Okay.
Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out,
call the cops.
Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
Yeah.
Really? But they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However,
I think that's the most important. That's like the biggest takeaway from this too, is that they had every option to save themselves. That's a pretty good symbol of it, because they had every option to save themselves and they didn't for some reason. I don't know.
The only difference between my strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the
crazy
beginning.
eyes. I don't like, dude. He's got like. Stop looking at me with them big old eyes. Those big black beady eyes.
Crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
He lied.
So who's like?
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole the Legos right before they took over the store.
That's the easy way.
We don't have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is there's security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
Yeah.
And if I don't have the tickets,
The cup, bro. I'm telling you, for some reason, I'm so fascinated by all this Lego merch. I'm so sorry, but like this cup, it's adorable.
I won't know how much I need to pay.
I'm just like, this stuff is just like taking me out of the moment. I don't know why.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Legos still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Great. I understand what you're talking about.
Right.
But you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You need to go after the.
Well, yeah. Because that's where they have evidence. I also would probably not 100% believe, but I would be more inclined to believe when someone gives me actual evidence instead of you lying every step of the way to his face. right? That's what you're doing. You're lying to his face twice. I think we're up to twice so far.
Party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
I believe you. Show me the proof. I would be willing to believe you if you just show me the proof. That's all it takes. That's all it really takes. Show us where they are, or show us evidence that they're lying, and I'll believe it. Honestly, I don't know these people. I don't like these people. Okay, I shouldn't say that. That sounds mean, but I wouldn't have any reason to believe these people if you had evidence to contradict theirs.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word for it because he said so.
Crystal Law.
He does have a nice mustache, so maybe.
Of Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him. She has his money. But she sold his Lego.
Okay.
She has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't a backflip. No.
Oh, are you sure?
You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes. This is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video. The CEO is saying never happened, which would mean the CEO's lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal.
Oh!
The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested.
Oh! Got his ass. We got him. Ladies and
We're at the
gentlemen,
police station,
we got him.
And we're going to charge him with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000 theft. And good news for us, we found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay?
What?
Put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone.
You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant. So Sheldon locking his phone was 100%
Their friend Sheldon's got such a Giga Chad face. Is that weird? Look at him. Look, he's got like such a manly face. I don't know why that threw me off. Dude's a Giga Chad.
Part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so
I think
Sheldon
it's the
locking
beard.
his phone
Got
was
the beard.
100%
He's got the
legal.
beard of a man.
But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now, just
Adamson.
imagine how angry
You
the
made
police
that
are
last
going to
name
be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Okay.
Benjamin, this is Officer Halpern from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence, and I think that's obstruction.
And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work.
Looks
Nice.
like the CEO is going down.
Surely
I
this
submitted the videos
works.
of Eamon saying we're gonna burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie.
I
On
love his
top of
little
that,
Legos,
I even
like,
got access to
crying.
the complete case Eamon made against me.
Oh,
And he
okay,
doesn't have
cool.
a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like,
True.
Of course you can't submit anything.
So if the police have to decide
I
what
made it
case
up,
to pursue,
Jack.
they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence.
Ben's evidence.
And then they're going to throw out Eamon's case. It
Eamon's
has no
evidence.
evidence at all.
3 months later. Surely this worked out.
Reach is not available.
Hello,
Damn
my
it.
name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago, I made a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back.
Okay.
And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case is going.
I'm starting to think they didn't call
it's
back.
about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
1 week later.
Call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally,
Wow.
no matter what I tried,
Did he block
I could
his number?
not get a hold of this police officer. So I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in
Let's
person to
go!
see how the police investigation against Eamon is going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive.
Okay.
But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always the chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Oh.
Is there any way that you can like check if he's here or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
Surely. Anything. A single word.
That's not something that I can tell you over the phone.
Okay, you can't even just tell me like how it's going, like if he's still looking into it or.
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Can they not actually do that,
So
or is that
basically,
something?
I came all the way out.
I'm trying to. Here's the thing too, is I'm trying to figure out what is actually not able to be shown, and what they're just saying is not able to be shown, right? Because that's two completely different things, right? Because I'm sure, like obviously, as entertaining as Ben has been, some of this stuff was a little, you know what I'm saying? A little questionable. There were not all these plays were first down plays. We'll put it like that, right? Not all these are getting you in the end zone. So I'm trying to figure out. It's interesting to try to figure out what's actually true
here to find
from like the
zero
police
answers, but eventually I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail.
Oh,
and looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases, and it was Eamon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage, and they took on the case that has zero evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion.
There you go,
code
say
that would
it.
fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys so you're not having to deal with this fool. And
okay. What's her name? Wait, get me her name and her badge number. What the? What was that? What, bro? They literally have. Okay, bud. All right. You know what? What? Am I surprised? No, not really. Even these people have it out for Ben. What a surprise.
all of his issues.
All of his issues,
we did
yeah?
find that there was another code that fit, and it's called.
They literally looked for a way to help him. Of course. Of fucking course.
Aggravated commercial obstruction.
The police just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time? I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us. Okay. As a separate business entity, you got to take it up with them. You got to resolve it with them. Okay. Well, thanks so much, guys. Yeah, thank you guys. Good luck. You're good. Sweet. Thank you.
Nice pants, by the way. Those pants are pretty cool.
They're on their way. You want me to grab them or not?
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And to Ammon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right
Okay, I was going to say that first way he said it didn't sound like that. But I just had to let it play for one more second. God damn it. Yeah, he's right.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right, provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos, so we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and provide proof.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later.
Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. But now let's hear how Ammon describes it to the police.
Okay.
At this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you have to listen to us. You have to.
Again, I was gonna say that. I was gonna be like, I can't believe. I was gonna do the normal spiel. Oh, I can't believe these people are doing this and blah blah blah. Wow, these guys are so corrupt. Blah blah blah. I'm not surprised because you guys heard they didn't have anything on them, and it's not like they were like, okay, if you can come back with something else, we'll try to get them or anything like that. They literally were like, oh, let's figure out how we are going to get Ben. That's so scummy, bro. These are some scummy ass cops. That's crazy. I don't even know if you can go to us. I don't know how high up this goes either. I was going to say, like, go to their superiors, but I don't even know who could you go to for this at this point. I guess the chief or something, but I don't know if you can get a meeting with actual police chief when that happens, right? Like, this is so, I don't know, bro. Yikes. All for some Legos and a guy with a soulless stare and a pretty okay mustache. Not one, it's not the mustache I would have, but if you're going to play the villain, you might as well look the part.
It's just funny. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. But I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges. It is a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this. They're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
I don't know, like however else, like some of that stuff comes through, but like the reality is, like, we've tried to talk with him and said, we're willing to work with you.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking...
Yeah, we're willing to work with you. Bricks and Minifigs, known to work with the other people. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, bud. All right.
Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing this, taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's
it for the kids.
And we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back to Brian.
Yeah.
So I say we rewatch the footage and see what
actually Joe his ass and just beat his ass.
Actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said
he was unwilling to work with us.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and that because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is not something that anybody, you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all of your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so-and-so said so.
Are you an idiot? They don't... What? Bro, everything in McDonald's is McDonald's sourced. Everything in... All that Star Wars Lego stuff, or for the most part, a lot of it, the good stuff, was sourced from Brian. Are you stupid? I was gonna say the other word. You almost made me slip there. I'm coming back. I'm going to say it, chat. On one of these points, I'm going to say it. But yeah, there's a difference between a McDonald's that gets all that stuff from, I'm assuming like a big truck every morning, and you taking this guy's Legos. That doesn't even work here.
That's not proof of ownership. That's not proof of anything.
So first off, this spreadsheet Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet. It was the actual inventory the store made.
Yeah.
Because Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then lied on the inventory, and so now it basically makes this inventory.
I do want to try that though. I do like McDonald's ice cream. I wanna. It's kind of hot now, Chad. I wanna. What's it called? I want a McFlurry. Sorry, Aaron. That was a weird question. Go ahead.
Inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory, and this is the correct inventory.
When we took over,
of course.
We did an inventory.
Yep. And good news for me, he's willing to give me this inventory. He's
ahead.
actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that does exist.
There's a loud door
we did
opening.
that, and you guys.
When?
I think like 5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0 response back.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message. I actually got a message back from corporate saying that they would love to help, but after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
When?
I think we've done like 6 over the last 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I said like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Hit forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This is on your guys' website.
That says fbc.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is just on the website, so.
Did I tell you look up something on the website and send it there?
Well.
Did I say that just barely?
Well, that's what.
Yes or no? Did I say that?
No.
I just said.
Wow. Jeez.
Send me an email to franchise@bricksandminifigs.com, and we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed the email on the website?
You keep saying that you, like, so I understand that, but I'm telling you right now, and you're trying to argue on something that I didn't give you any information about. I'm telling you, send it to that one.
Yeah, you're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's not.
So let me hear you out. You guys are using the wrong email. You guys have been doing this incorrectly this whole time. But the way that got to that email is your website. Okay. Gotcha. Heard you. So then why not fix it? Why is he getting all pissy? Like Ben did this on purpose. Oh, I went to an old website you guys used to have, and I'm using that as a way to just make it seem like I did it, even though I did it. No, he went to your now active website with the contact us. If you didn't want to be contacted that way, why did you put it up? I don't get it.
That's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Sure. Okay. Understood.
Ben, so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
You continue to harass us for all sorts of things. I'm not getting mad at you.
Well, we're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them?
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject. It almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. What? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
You guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so, yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email us, and we can go.
But you guys will give him the inventory list, because he said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says, they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying, oh, we can send it easily. But then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well, I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you. That's why I'm saying send an email to that email address that I just gave to you.
Does he have himself as the lock on his phone?
Anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email.
Oh, got him.
Don't ever email that one, or the CEO is going to be pissed. But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon. So I waited all day, and I got no answer. So the
what a
next
surprise!
day, I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week, and finally,
got it.
This is the response.
Easy.
Mr. Schneider, BAM Franchising Incorporation
Oh
will not
my.
participate in any form of communication that
Are you
appears
serious?
designed for public provocation,
Ah, what am I surprised?
harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media.
Why am I surprised? I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not that surprised. I should be less surprised than I am. Whatever.
Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through misrepresentation or the creation of fraudulent documents.
Just for me asking for this inventory list to prove their innocence, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior on my part.
And considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities.
It's AKA
the cops.
So don't ask for our inventory list, or else we're gonna call the cops.
Yes, Bricks and Minifigs has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away. We've never received it.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate, I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything because they would have had to identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
It's really impressive how far people would go to not do something, right? They are going out of their way. Also, I didn't mean to like cover up Crystal's face. I just wanted to be a little bit more on this side. It's impressive. They're going through every single avenue in which so they don't have to do this. And it's not been good for them. And or at least from what I can see, right? Especially for the reputation online and probably throughout like the public at this point. This has not been good for them, dude. It's not been no bueno. That's what I'll say like that. I'll say it like that. No bueno. No bueno at all.
And it's now, what, a year and a half later?
You know, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Dang.
So, would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They opened the store up almost right away and started selling it.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face. When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Oh my gosh.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through this?
You know what this guy looks like? Oh, never mind.
Store
You can you see it though? I'm saying he kind of looks like him.
Figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory, and shown him that inventory to offer that.
We've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell in hopes that
he can see, like that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want.
I guess I would be more upset if it wasn't like, on TV and nobody watches TV anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point I'd be like, oh my God, they're spreading misinformation. But it's like on TV. Probably a bunch of boomers saw it. Who really cares? Or at least that's how I see it, right? I don't know. Can I actually... Sorry, I'm going to take a quick pause to see this. Let's say Fox... Bricks and Minifigs. Oh, they do have it online. Surely. Ooh. Yikes. Whoo, baby, that one hurt. Chat, I'll tell you like this. I'll give you the good news first. This has 2,000 likes. That's pretty good. Sure. The dislikes on this video is 18,000. Needless to say, video it probably wasn't very well received. Here they have Ben on here. Okay, now they have Ben on here. You want to know the numbers of dislikes? I'll tell you. I'll do it backwards this time. The number of dislikes on this video is 48. The number of likes on it is 5,000. Not winning that war, that war of public opinion, huh?
Want to help him recover as much.
No bueno.
Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian the inventory of sets that was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers and.
Sure, motherfucker, sure. All right, bud. Anyway.
Hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying, hey, we want to help, we want to help.
The main narrative now seems to be Bricks and Minifigs has always been trying to give Brian his Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no. It was attempted to be given to the family. And
that's an interesting one. Bold strategy, Con. Let's see how it works out.
And it was refused. They made the offer and said, hey, you can have all this. And that offer was not accepted at the time.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them.
Okay.
And getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond.
Lot of that going around.
Sent them another email, just following up on this. When can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond.
Lot of that going around.
So the attorneys emailed back saying it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back?
That's the neat part, Mark.
Finally, they received a response.
It says Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the Lego product that exists in their store to you.
There it is.
So yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones they're not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you.
Wow.
So as you can see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out. Yeah. And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying, we wanted to give Brian his stuff back. He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe.
Oh yeah? Is that the word? I don't think that's the word you want to use.
I believe everyone should have integrity.
But anyways, another thing the CEO...
Crazy thing is that so do we. I don't believe you when you say it though.
seems to be pretty upset about is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough. And he was like, I'm going to make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars.
Yeah.
And this Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft? Legally have to be
So
the definition of knowing that the property was stolen or otherwise not belonging to that person.
And on my phone,
that was not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things that need to be...
And that's another lie again, because...
It is not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that kind of side that liability.
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality, this was his response.
Now extortion?
Because we caught you guys?
No, because you are attempting to extort us, so...
Extort? Just give it back! Dude, this guy has every kind of response and every kind of excuse except the right one, which is like, okay, sure, you can have your stuff back, or go ahead and check the store. If you can find it, you can have it. Which I honestly, even then, I wouldn't believe it because I would assume they would just move it, right? Because I don't trust these people to just keep it in the store. It's everything but the right answer. It's impressive.
That's what you're doing. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So
it's
catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Nope. We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for...
We have done nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
Uh-huh. Really?
I don't think it's illegal. I think us catching you guys for doing the illegal thing doesn't make that what we're doing is illegal. That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Yeah. The classic legal response of no you. Yeah. There you go. No you, Omega law.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us. And
after just going around in circles for probably 30 to 40 minutes and just, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being given to me, I was exasperated by the end of it. And that's, when people get tired and exasperated, that's when we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, but that's what they do is people whose goal is to do those types of things, they just harass and go after people as long and hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that then they can use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person. So that's what I feel like has kind of really happened here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with them, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Okay.
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually give us the inventory list, but actually it was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. You think I'm lying, but they actually did this.
Wait,
they
what?
subpoenaed Google asking for all private information tied to this email address. And Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed to the Lego video so far. All my emails, all my search history, all of the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
I'm really curious to see if this fool even makes any money. doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage, it doesn't.
Let's see. Over here, we're gonna look it over here on the trusty second monitor. Reckless Ben. Let's see how much views these past few videos have gone. Someone's gotten 5.2 mil, 1 mil, 5 mil, 4 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, 2 mil, 2 mil, 6 mil. Yeah. I would say that yes, he makes money. That's the word I would use. Yes. She's so smug too, bro. What a piece of shit she is. I would like to know if this guy even makes any money from this. I would like to know. You're such a loser, bro. You're a certain word that apparently is actually banned off of YouTube, which I can't say that word, but you're something. You are something else. God, I love you. I would marry you. I don't know who you are, but I would let you ruin my life. I could fix you. That's for sure.
It doesn't sound like his like secret information doesn't even seem credible from my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible, and therefore, case closed. Ben's wrong and we're right, because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come.
Dude, this is so wild. I don't know, bro.
Up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
And all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Okay. I'm not putting in a lot of work, right? Now you could say that I'm putting in work by giving reactions and talking and making my videos, for the most part, at the very least, twice the length of the other video that I react to. Dude, Reckless Ben has put so much effort into his videos. These videos, any videos, you've done less than Reckless Ben. All you've done is taken someone's Legos off them and I now have Legos. You're like, whatever. Whatever, bro.
Interesting.
He seems like a fun gentleman.
No. Well, and
his MO really seems to follow somebody who's like on paper.
This lady is actually a Karen, 100%, right? This lady, she's the kind of lady to ask you to turn down your music because you have headphones, even though you have headphones on, right? She definitely goes to the HOA meetings and report with a whole list of reports that she needs to file, like your trash being out a centimeter too far. She goes out there with rulers and makes sure that your grass isn't touching hers, or your plants aren't growing on her side. She's that kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
Tiger, right? Who behind,
I like seeing this paper. Or maybe it's just he's just replaying this video. That's why.
Or a keyboard warrior. They'll make threats.
And this is the craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior. And a keyboard warrior is basically just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it,
bro, he's gone up to you in person. That's as real as it gets. He's shown up at your place. You're here reporting him that he's been at your place. Are you whatever?
Do anything in person, which, I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs.
Permanently
I mean, let's
closed.
double check by looking at the footage. Eamon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
Show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone. Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? Let's go to court. Sue me for us.
Sue me, punk.
Let's go to court then.
So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme lengths to hide from this lawsuit.
Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just...
No, I'm not accepting service from her. Absolutely not.
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is showing all of the signs of a keyboard warrior, but for some reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems like everything Bricks and Minifigs is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hopefully no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could, like, be talking about, right?
Yeah?
But sometimes, you know, like,
That's crazy.
Fallacy, they just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this, I gotta make sure something happens. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, Eamon just completely proves my point. Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Eamon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
in too
literally
deep to
already
stop.
admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for so long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back,
There it is.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pause that.
Extortion, when they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're gonna make up a reason to throw me in jail.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're
That's crazy.
Okay.
You can shut the fuck up.
That's such a new one to me. Blaming the person to their face that had nothing to do with this before, and you're just like, yeah, you stole them, and thinking that's gonna work. That's a new one. That's definitely a new one. That's the first time I've heard of that, at the very least.
Bricks and Minifigs is also getting me for RICO charges.
They're
RICO
charging
charges?
Reckless Ben for RICO. I think it
Wait,
is
what?
more likely that the police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO. He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. They're also accusing me of sending a sniper to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
If you guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from.
What?
When the police got there, they realized it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
It's more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from some random people across the way.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was me.
He's trying to get Ben Schneider for like attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile it was a nail from his own construction worker.
So what's the moral of the story here? It looks like everything bad Bricks and Minifigs is doing, they think that I'm the one that's doing the bad thing. It makes no sense.
That's crazy. Not surprising, but it is crazy.
So, just to let you know, we call it double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much time as you need to choose someone or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to feel that you have ID'd somebody, I just ask that you circle it and then initial next to it.
And then, like that?
Perfect.
Okay. There you go.
What the hell is this?
Cool.
Really, this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to verify who he is now.
Yep.
So the police put on this big performance to make it look like they're going to all this work to verify the facts. When in reality, they already know who I am. They already subpoenaed Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video. They already went through all my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance.
That, bro.
So they can
That is
show the
so
world,
lame.
hey, look, we verified everything. When if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into
I hope they don't go through my search history. Dude, they're going to realize how bad at math I am. And they're going to find a bunch of phrases that translate into Chinese. That's about it. At least that's what they'll find in my Deep Shark generators.
watching the raw footage I submitted to them, they would have found out
Is that what they call it when you look up stuff on AI? I don't use ChatGPT. I use Deep Shark.
Eamon's just completely lying to them.
Or DeepSeek,
but
sorry, not
for
Deep
some
Shark,
reason, they
DeepSeek.
didn't. A few weeks later, when I ended up going to court, this was the state's response.
My name is Nick Mielstein. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we could do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Like, what are they doing over there, bro? I don't understand. What is this entire state at this point? I'm blaming, not even the state, the city, the county, whatever it is. What are they doing over there, bro? I'm genuinely want to know, because everybody has seen this. What is the entire police department, prosecutor? What are they all doing, bro? I don't get it.
Because in that footage, you can clearly see
Replace
that
everybody.
The second he tells us to,
you know what we need? We need a classic from Genshin. Someone bring out the Oratrice Mécanique de Nelise Cardinal. That'll get it going. Don't bring AI into this. Bring something from the Hydro Archon, right? We'll do that.
Leave, where you say, okay,
Oratrice Mécanique de Nelise
Cardinal. And then he
Cardinal.
calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being
Is this the budget
respectful
going?
the whole
Is this
time.
going
We
over
left
budget?
The second he told us to.
Sorry, let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because, I mean, he's threatening that we're going to burn down the building and shoot everyone, but we did nothing. Like, he's just saying that because he's trying to. I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a documentary on the thing. So his logic is, if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage if you watch it. It seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
So did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going, like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show everything that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah,
what
the raw
else?
video that shows everything that possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it. They're literally just taking Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence.
I'm gonna blow a
So
gasket.
where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony, up to 15 years in jail.
Just don't go back to Utah. I don't even know what's in Utah at this point.
In Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm
Shout out to everywhere else in Utah but Provo, Utah.
committing all of these insane crimes,
They'll have their
against
shout
them.
out back
I mean,
when they
obviously
deserve
Bricks
it.
and Minifigs just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real, and for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion, with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifigs, which sucks because this was the night I hit 1 million subscribers, and all my friends threw a giant surprise party for me. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs gets to just keep spreading their lies about me, and I just have to sit in silence, and there's nothing I can do to stop them. It's crazy to think about how much public support I was getting.
$200,000 Lego dispute that's turning into one of the craziest legal cases and an internet crusade that is just exploding.
A $200,000
Coffee.
Lego collection. This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I think this might be the best.
Is that
video
Asmund?
I've
Yeah, it
seen.
is.
This is one of the craziest
Charlie.
stories I think I've ever covered.
Is that Ludwig?
Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben.
It really seemed like the entire
Hassan Piker! Sorry, go ahead.
internet was uniting to stand up to this
What
bully
was
of a
that?
company.
Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it.
Brick by brick. Brick by brick.
Oh, I remember that. This was
Bully of a company.
Bricks and Minifigs.
This is the guy from I almost said PayPal. That's not right. Patreon, who told them to shove it up their ass. Dude, what a Giga Chad move too. That was really cool.
Can stuff it.
Brick by brick. Brick by brick.
Is that a Tozy?
Brick by brick.
It really did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back, but I was wrong. Now the court has silenced me, and it looks like all the work I put into this was just for nothing. However, people were pretty upset that I was silenced and decided to protest.
That's
It
cool.
sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore.
He has a mustache. He has a beard.
Or maybe I can be here. I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes me.
No.
All right, I'm here with, what was your name?
I'm Jerome. Just an American Fork local. Just here to support.
Here with Jerome.
I spent the rest of the day protesting for the cause, and not a single person here recognized who I actually am.
Justice or
But
heroin?
maybe the protesting worked, because after a full month of remaining silent, I finally
that picture
have an announcement.
Well, it looks like I don't need this disguise anymore because I have my freedom of speech back.
Oh God, my heart just sank. What is it? Okay.
Baby, I can say whatever I want. I can say bricks and minifigs suck.
I don't. Oh my God, I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks. Oh God. Why is he so high up?
I'm not in jail.
Oh, that guy give me like a shiver. Oh jeez, I don't like that.
And now that I have my freedom of speech back, everyone is wondering how bricks and minifigs can make up for the fact
I wonder how you're gonna get down. What? Okay.
that they made up all these lies about me to take away my freedom of speech. Most legal experts are saying I could easily win millions of dollars from
I'm not trying to be performative or anything. It really makes me uncomfortable how high up he is.
But instead, I have a better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken
They can
dance.
suck my
And I
ass.
will take that as a sincere
The what?
They can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance.
The chicken
and I will take
dance.
that as a sincere.
I thought you said the Chica dance. I think that guy's still going, by the way. I don't know. At this point, whatever.
form of apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally move on to the next video series, and it'll be awesome. So you guys might be thinking, why do you want them to do the chicken dance? And there's actually a reason. So
Sure.
this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all.
Yeah, because they chicken out of
I was
everything.
thinking, well, if they get given an apology, they might say the right things, but they're not actually going to mean
right.
it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm going to basically just be giving them another opportunity to do the right thing, not just with their words, but with their actions.
With their
And
dance
once
moves,
they decide to do the right
specifically.
thing, then I'll move on to the next video series and never talk about Bricks and Minifigs again. And also make sure to check us out at www.westealfromoldpeople.com, because right now we have 2 new Lego sets for sale that you can buy right now. One of Joshua Johnson.
Need a
and
job.
one of Aaron
I'm a
McNeff.
liar.
And we're only making 500 of each, and once all 500 of each sell out, we're never making any more. And you
That's
gotta buy them now, 'cause
hilarious.
someday they're gonna sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick. Also subscribe to Patreon. You'll get tons of behind the scenes, tons of extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4 is coming soon. If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll be the first to
Ooh,
watch
part
it.
4.
And also subscribe to part 5. Subscribe to part 6, part 7, all the way to part 100. We're doing 100 parts. My lawyer
Is he trying to do
said
the
if
legendary
it's
series? It's going up to
still not dropped their lawsuit,
hundreds of
then
parts.
it'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least. So come back all the way till 100.
Nice. What an abrupt ending. That was great. Chat, what a cinematic masterpiece. I love it. I hope the next part is at least something good. Because this part, dude, this video was amazing. These people pissed me off, though. That cop lady, she really pissed me off. Chat, let me know how you guys feel. Comment, subscribe. I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.